Miami is where I was born and raised. I mean, I lived here my entire life, so it was natural for me to start my company here. I've always, been in love with this city. I didn't want to start anywhere else. There was offers to, when we were raising our first round of financing to move the company out to Silicon Valley or New York, but I was adamant about creating a company here and building a sustainable company here. There was a lot of kind of doubters at the time that, Miami couldn't be a viable place to start a business, but thankfully through tenacity we've proven that that is not true. That you can definitely start a big company here and scale it, and there's now a great ecosystem, not just funding but the talents here, and there's a great ecosystem to actually foster that, so it's a great time to build it here in Miami. Yeah, I've never really been, I guess, one to take towards those kind of terms. I mean, we don't build silicon here, I mean? So it's like, why call itself Silicon Beach or Silicon whatever? But Miami has its own advantages. I mean, just its community. I think the population here is very entrepreneurial by nature. It's a lot of like transplants from other places of the world that come to Miami to make a better life for themselves, and I think that lends itself to the DNA and the character of the city itself. One of the great things that I think from my perspective as an entrepreneur is, Miami, first of all, is a destination city. People want to be here. People want to live here. So it's not a hard pitch to sell somebody on moving to Miami. The cost of living is a third of a Silicon Valley, a San Francisco, or a New York. So you're able to be competitive on salaries competing with those ecosystems because you just could afford a similar lifestyle for a much less amount of money. And the burn rates are a lot lower. So the cost of running a business is literally 1/3 of what it would cost on the same amount of capital to run in New York or San Francisco. Like the same amount of capital would last you 1/3 of the time in those places than it would here. So it gives you a longer runway to figure out the business and figure out like the dynamics of your business that makes sense to scale. So I think those factors are very favorable for entrepreneurs, which is why I think you see more people moving to Miami for that kind of climate.
Yeah, of course. And so LiveNinja,
yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So LiveNinja, we build video chat software for businesses to talk with their customers. So imagine going to a company's website and interacting with them like you were walking to an office or you were walking into a store. Building and replicating that same type of interaction and then same type of intimacy online. So imagine next time you go to buy insurance, you literally go on the insurance carrier's website, tap a button, and you can see somebody face to face. We build software that makes those interactions possible. Yeah, so I mean, we built this software video chatting with experts on different topics, like you chat with doctors, lawyers, therapists, fitness instructors, and it was just a tough business to scale, and we just had more and more people that love the technology. We built really, really beautiful technology for the consumers, but they just wanted to take that technology and then just move it on their own website. Like people weren't as interested in a destination site. They were more interested in taking the technology and using it with their own traffic and keeping it under their own brand. So we just felt the market pull us that way and essentially did what's called a pivot and moved in that direction. Through eMerge, I think there's a lot of great solution providers, people that provide integrated technology solutions to businesses, and they partner with other companies that can be one component of that, and we've made some of those relationships here. I've already met with a few investors that potentially interested in investing in the company here, and already seen lots of our partners that we already have relationships with and kind of rekindling that flame. So it's a great event all around. We're really bullish on customer service, right? I mean, we're in the state of Florida. You got a lot of call centers and a lot of people that are focused on the customer service industry, especially when tourism is a big component of that. Customer service ends up being a component as well. So we're really banking heavily on that and using Florida as an advantage, and also Latin America, the close proximity to Latin America. You have a lot of call centers and things like that there that we'd like to use Miami as one of our advantages in reaching out to that market.